The following explains the development planning process in a new system of government called a true democracy. To understand what a true democracy is, look through other content on our page. This video only explains the development planning process within that new system proposed. To explain what development planning is, for those not familiar with it basically comprises the various activities involved in pursuing and managing development. Development being access to education, healthcare, transportation, employment, welfare, and more. It involves a continuous or iterative cycle of problem identification and analyses, solutions in the form of plans and budgeting, and monitoring and evaluation. Development planning is the main work of district, municipal, or metropolitan officers, often headed by a mayor or chief executive, as well as the work of sector ministries or departments. Now, on the question of what the development planning process looks like in a true democracy as proposed. In our new system, every single aspect of governance, or every government service, is like an independent organization or company with a national headquarters or parent institution and technocratic leadership, and its branches in the various districts. These district institutions are therefore not owned or controlled by the district per se, but by their parent organizations, including waste management, property rates, and all forms of taxation and education, healthcare, and every other government service in the district. These services are only decentralized to the various districts that need them, while generally under the control of their parent. In our new system, even the district planning institution is part of and controlled by a national planning institution. The planning institutions offer regional or location-focused planning as a service. This is as opposed to sector planning offered by the other government institutions or services such as education, healthcare, and industry promotion. The district planning institution will be called the District Planning Commission, akin to metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies today, albeit with some differences. The District Planning Commission handles tasks such as identifying the needs of the district through community participation, research, and professional expertise. Creating or proposing district plans based on these identified needs. Channeling their plans to and through the sector planning institutions as well as their own regional planning hierarchy. Receiving feedback from both the sector planning institutions and their regional planning hierarchy after harmonization of these plans nationwide. Monitoring and evaluating plan implementation in their districts. Channeling feedback from sector and regional planning institutions and their own monitoring and evaluation reports into the next planning cycle, and advising all district stakeholders on planning subsequently. The primary goal of the Planning Commission's activities is to harmonize district or regional needs, vis-à-vis the people's desires and geographical comparative advantages, for example, and sector goals. The tool employed in their work, which is mostly technical, is that of community participation rather than democracy. We explain the difference between the two concepts in a separate video. A separate office, being that of the Speaker of the District, a new position similar to what we call an MP, representative or senator today, is responsible for enabling the people to exercise their democratic powers in the district, how they control the Planning Commission and all other government services in the district. As the only elected and true representative of the people in the district, the Speaker of the District is responsible for demanding performance and more from the District Planning Commission and all other government institutions or services in the district. It is through the Speaker or other arrangements set forth in the plans for true democracy that citizens of a district can call other government institutions or services in the district, including the District Planning Commission, for questioning, admonishment, or other actions against them in exercise of their democratic powers. In conclusion, three main differences emerge between the planning system in our new system of governance and the planning system in our current or old systems of governance. In terms of the current or old, we will compare with Ghana's planning systems, although other countries would have similar systems for planning. Firstly, our National Development Planning Commission presently, while providing oversight, does not actually control the metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies, or MMDAs. The MMDA is essentially an autonomous and apex manager of the metropolis, municipality, or district, and represent the authority of the president in their district. In our new system, however, the National Planning Commission has direct control over the Metropolitan, Municipal, and District Planning Commissions, or MMDCs this time, being part of one organizational hierarchy. Yet, in spite of this arrangement, the MMDCs in practice will still enjoy autonomy. The relationship between the MMDCs and the National Planning Commission in our new system is similar to that of a police station and its police headquarters. An advantage of this arrangement is that it will allow for better coordination and harmonization of planning across the country, and also ensure better supervision, standardization, and consolidation of planning expertise to improve planning overall in the country. The second difference between the new system and our current or old systems is that, in our current systems, services such as waste management and others are both the responsibilities of the MMDAs and sector institutions such as a sanitation ministry or similar separate ministries and/or departments. Duplication of responsibilities and the blurring of lines of authority or mandates is a terrible practice in governance, which is what we have now. In our new system, only one dedicated institution will be responsible for cleaning and waste management nationwide, with its branches in the various MMDs. The third difference between the new system proposed and our current systems is that, in our new system, there is a clear and separate office, the office of the Speaker, to, in addition to other measures, enable citizens exercise their democratic powers to its fullest extent, even while leaving professional tasks in the hands of experts. In our current systems, however, there is only a facade of democracy in the offices of the MMDAs on one hand, and members of Parliament, representatives or senators on the other hand, neither of which hardly enable proper community participation, much less democracy. In fact, as we have proven in many other discussions, democracy does not exist in our current systems. To learn more about what a true democracy is and many other details about this new system proposed, grab a copy of the book The Tragedy Called Democracy in the 21st Century. It explores every dimension of the problems we face in governance today and how remarkably we can solve them all through new systems. The book as a whole offers the most exciting journey of education you will ever have on governance. Everything is in there. Like this video and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.